Hello and welcome to another edition of Tuesday 2. Running an international nonprofit is a mission filled with a lot of amazing stories and hope, but it also has its share of challenges and hardships. Today, I want to give you a behind-the-scenes look at some of the things that our teams and the families we serve are facing. Travel is one of the most challenging things across the network. Many unpaved or poorly maintained roads, combined with poorly maintained vehicles, high rates of speed, lack of streetlights, motorcycles, bicycles, pedestrians, and animals traveling from place to place makes visiting clinics and doing home visits extremely challenging. Add to that the conflict and unrest in Ethiopia, Burkina Faso, Haiti, and the current situation in the Democratic Republic of Congo, and travel at times is just not recommended and simply too dangerous. In the DRC, our program manager Bernard recently shared an update with you on the fighting in Goma. Since he shared another city, Bukavu, where we also have a clinic, has been taken over. This disruption in service means missed appointments, delayed treatment, and increased risk of relapse, as it is unsafe for families to travel. In the DRC, the unrest has also forced banks to close, making it difficult for us to buy medical supplies, pay staff salaries, and provide financial support to cover the transportation costs. We spent a lot of time trying to work with our partners to figure out safe and effective ways to keep caring for children despite the unrest in this region. And in the midst of this war, even our own staff have lost family members to the violence. Though this is their home, evacuation is not an option. They're committed to serving the people in their communities. Haiti is another example. It remains extremely unstable. Gang violence has displaced over 1 million people and taken thousands of lives. Yet by God's grace, we still provide Clubfoot treatment. Graciani, our program manager, has shared that all in-person staff supervision visits have been paused due to the dangers of travel. Poor internet makes online training challenging and unreliable. The displacement of families and the loss of connectivity complicates follow-up efforts. Families face agonizing choices, risk their safety by traveling to a clinic, or interrupt their child's life-saving treatment. In Burundi, a severe fuel shortage is gripping the nation. A month ago, I was in Bujumbura, a town of about 370,000 people. I was there for 3 days and I never saw a gas station with gas. Not one. As you can imagine, the lack of fuel affects the availability of public transportation for families, makes transportation assistance more expensive for the most vulnerable, complicates clinic visits for our staff, and most certainly increases supply cost. And in Burkina Faso, terrorist groups threaten stability. Our program manager, Dr. Ubda, recently shared a first-hand account.
So we are facing challenges, and one of the biggest challenges is about the security issues. As you know, for more than 10 years now, Burkina Faso is facing security issues with terrorist groups attacking and occupying some parts of the country. So the parent advisors, which are the ones to go around and do awareness raising, church outreach, they cannot go far from the clinics because of the security issues. And also, many patients have issues to respect their appointments to the clinics. For example, when we give a 3-month appointment to a certain kid, because of the security challenges in their village, they cannot respect the appointment. So there is a high risk of a relapse. So we have a lot of patients that cannot go back to the clinic because of these security challenges. So we are trying hardly to help them through the transport grants, and they are also trying to reach the clinics by waiting for military convoys leaving from their villages to join the capital regional cities, but it can take time. So thank you for praying for that. Thank you for keeping Burkina Faso in your heart. God bless you.
Imagine having to wait for a military convoy to make it to your next doctor's appointment. Wow. So why am I sharing all this with you? We love celebrating success stories, but it's also important to acknowledge the incredible challenges and the amazing perseverance our staff and the families we serve face on a daily basis. Amid the darkness, there is light that overcomes. What stands out the most is that despite these hardships, our work does not stop. God uses these moments to demonstrate his strength and sovereignty over everything. Our staff remain joyful and committed. Parents press on because they believe in a hopeful future for their children. Isaiah 40:31 says, "But those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles. They will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not be faint." These moments remind us that God is with us. He orchestrates everything perfectly for his glory and in his time. When we realize that, how can we be anything but joyful? Thank you for joining us again on this journey. And as Dr. Ubder reminded us, please pray. And if this message inspires you, would you help us? Share, like, donate, comment, but most importantly, pray. Your prayers and support truly make a difference. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time on the next episode of Tuesday 2.